Hello everyone, Ace here, and today let's talk about how Google has finally admitted something that we all knew, but nevertheless is very good to have confirmation in wording on. That being that Google, and by extension YouTube, were censoring people by the request of the Biden administration on the grounds of misinformation. Now, I think it can be safely said that most people figured out that the whole trend of going after misinformation was itself a Trojan horse excuse in order to defend far more authoritarian examples of censorship being implemented. Now, the two specific topics that were mentioned as the sorts of things that YouTube would ban people over include COVID as well as election integrity. So, you know, the disease that was so deadly that you had to be forced to take the vaccine, as well as the election so secure that you were not allowed to question its integrity, to the tune that the Biden administration was utilizing the resources of the US government to get companies like Google to prevent you from having that discussion. I'm not going to pretend that YouTube and Google are completely innocent in this whole situation. They're not. But the fact that the US government was involved in the way that it was, which again, I think we all kind of knew was the case, but the fact that we can now prove it beyond any and all doubt makes this a completely different kettle of fish altogether. And this letter potentially opens up Google and YouTube could face lawsuits as a direct result of their behavior. But it's not just them that are opened up to this now. It's now the US government itself, as well as the Biden family, as again, the Biden administration was specifically name-dropped in this document as having been directly involved in the censorship. Now, Google does try to play the "oh, we're so sorry that this happened" game, and that they didn't really want to censor people, but of course no one is exactly buying that one. What's more likely happening here is that Google has fully realized that they backed the wrong horse by trying to side with the left, and are desperately trying to make themselves appear to be a neutral player in this whole situation. Well, that and, you know, trying to cover themselves in any way possible from facing the lawsuits that are probably going to happen as a result of this letter. Given that context, and given that this is a letter from the legal team, and that they are still willing to put out this letter, it does of course lead to the question of what exactly else is there out there that would compel the legal team to seek this as the preferable alternative.